Hi everyone, if I haven't met you, my name is Michelle, and today I'm going to try and share a whole life story with you in just 2 minutes. It's the story of a guy named Noah. You might have heard of him. We read his story in Genesis chapters 6 to 9. That's pretty close to the beginning of the Bible. You might have heard the story about how Noah had to build a giant boat called an ark, and how him and his wife and his sons and their wives had to live in the ark for about a year, because that's how long it took for the waters that had flooded the whole earth to go down. Anyway, once the waters had all gone down, Noah came out of the ark and he made a sacrifice to God. God put a rainbow in the sky to show that he would never again destroy the whole earth with a flood. But you might have asked at some point, why did God flood the earth in the first place, and what made Noah so special? Genesis chapter 6 tells us that God had seen how wicked mankind was. In fact, it tells us everything that they thought or imagined was totally and consistently evil. Can you imagine living in a world where everyone around you was totally and consistently evil? God wanted to start again. Just like he gives us a new heart when we give our lives to Jesus, he was making a new start with the whole world. And what made Noah so special is that he was the only blameless man living at the time. Genesis 6 verse 9 tells us that he walked in close fellowship with God. We can learn from this that walking in fellowship with God is not something that depends on anyone around us. It's a choice that we get to make. God has invited us to be close to him, to listen to what he tells us to do, to be obedient, whether it's building an ark or giving a kind word to a friend, and to stay close to him, to be his friend. We can do that by spending time getting to know God and his word. He's given it to us so that we can get to know him. By spending time in prayer, not just once or twice, but every day. And by stepping out in obedience when he calls us to do something. As we do that, we discover a friendship with the most wonderful, most glorious, biggest, most loving being there ever has been, with God. It's more exciting than a victory royale in Fortnite. It's more comforting than the softest pillow. It's more exciting than the biggest roller coaster in the world. It's sweeter than the sweetest ice cream. He's God, and as we get to know him, we discover for ourselves that our lives will never be the same.